Kept my history a mystery, but now I see the American dream wasn't meant for me. Cause lady liberty, the hypocrisy lies with me. Promise the freedom, education, equality.
Can you tell me how you're doing today?
They are loved by thousands of fans, but they are often criticized for their sometimes angry lyrics.
He is a rapper who starred in the movie Poetic Justice with singer Janet Jackson. But Tupac Shakur is best known for his controversial anti-cop lyrics.
Remember Bobby King and I blast on the smoke gas.
Monday, Shakur went before the bench in a preliminary court hearing accused of shooting and wounding 2 off-duty police officers during an argument on an Atlanta street. The incident happened at this intersection early Sunday morning. Authorities say 2 officers, brothers, were crossing the street when a car allegedly nearly hit them. An argument followed and shots were fired.
Guns were drawn at some point and 2 people got injured. It could have been killed. It could have been a lot of other people killed and innocent people killed.
Shakur was freed on $50,000 bond. He'll answer to aggravated assault charges next month. The high-profile arrest of the young artist come in the wake of much debate over their often inflammatory lyrics. As then Vice President Dan Quayle demanded that such music be removed from the record stores.
Pac stood up, and it's the first thing you've heard him say in like 2 weeks of court. You know, Your Honor, and throughout this entire court case, you haven't looked me or my attorney in the eye once. It's obvious that you're not here in search of justice. So therefore, there's no point in me asking for a lighter sentence. I don't care what you do because you're not respecting us. This is not a court of law as far as I'm concerned.
Tupac was very, very vocal, and he didn't bite his tongue about anything.
No justice is being served here, and you still can't look me in the eye. And so I say, do what you want to do. Give me whatever time you want because I'm not in your hands. I'm in God's hands. You can cut the tension in the courtroom with a knife. It moved the whole side of the prosecution. I didn't say it like Pac said it. The way Pac said it, everybody's eyes in the courtroom watered up. Nobody could speak for a minute. Brave motherfucker, yo. Ooh.
Why am I the only one in court right now? Why is the cameras all on me? Why me? Because I'm Tupac. No, I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at the system. Yes, I am going to say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter and I'm still here. I'm not saying I'm a thug because I want to rob you and wreck people and things. I'm a businessman. I mean, you know I'm a businessman because you find me at my places of business. Come on, follow me. Follow me.
Let me ask you this about the guns. Tupac, are you sure? What about the guns? Getting in trouble?
No, it's not my liking for guns. What about the NRA? We all have a right to bear arms. I have that same right as you do. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I shouldn't have a gun. I have a legally own guns. I legally own guns. Why would I come to New York and be unlawfully owning 2 guns? Who has 2 guns? Who carries 2 unlegal guns?
Everybody need a little something and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, but then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1 million, $1 billion, and then as people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. $32 million, and this person has nothing, and you can sleep, you can still go to the movies and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires. How can they be humanitarians? By the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. It's wrong.
There's so much he wanted to do and accomplish that he knew that he could do it. So Tupac was able, and something about that voice that registered beautifully, that intimately spoke to you. You like Marvin Gaye of hip hop. You could feel the pathos, the channeling of that desire. You could feel his hurt and anguish. It wasn't about making money. Even though he was rich, you knew he was doing it for the love of the game and the art, and to tell the truth and to register his beliefs in America. He wanted to leave his imprint. He wanted to leave some kind of recognition of those niggas who would never be acknowledged by anybody. And he said, if nobody cares, Tupac cares.
He was a soldier from here. You seen it was the upbringing. You seen it. You know what I mean? You seen he had the fire in his eye. If you seen Pac, man, you seen it in his eye. Some people had the eye of the tiger. You know what I mean? He had the eye of the tiger.
So the beauty of Tupac is that he represents the expression, the ultimate symbol of black masculinity and black culture in general, arguing against the odds. Yes, he was self-destructive. Yes, he shredded the line between representation and reality. Yes, he could have grown up. He was only 25 when he died.
This is what they failed to realize about Tupac. In order for them to be Tupac, they would have to die before they peaked. Right before they peaked, they would have to die. They tried to steal more of his look, his wildness, but they can't do it. They'll never survive shooting at some police. You'll be locked in jail for the rest of your life. They'll never be able to get shot 5 or 6 times and still be able to run around and do some music and rap about it. Most 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna survive it. So, like I said, that was something that won't happen probably in our lifetime again.
What hurt him the most was people not understanding him.
Quote unquote, what the media blew up of him that was negative instead of the positive things that he did.
And painting a picture of this bad guy. You know what I mean? He was like, he was getting his whole thing with thug life and everything else. He was gonna grab the whole thug nation. Not just in the United States, worldwide.
By helping guys like me, like helping the Outlaws, all the guys from Thug Life, always giving to people, especially, when we was going places, and he was always giving money away to people in the ghetto, and he was always doing positive things. They never talk about that. I mean, if you notice, they never gave him a Grammy, they never gave him a BET Awards. He sold more records than all them cats, and they ain't got it yet. But I ain't saying that, who am I?
When you get in a whole following, it's gonna be a war in place, because it's gonna be another side, it's gonna be an adversary.
People take the wrong thing from Pac. What I always say is that they're killing the knowledge rap. Anything that's information, the information rap, they're killing it. I could say something in California, and the cat in Louisiana, the cat in Dubai, the cat in Russia feel the same way. And now we talking, now we communicating through music.
Some people don't think he's dead. He's the first character to integrate immortality from our community. And so Tupac, for me, represents all that's beautiful and contradictory and ugly and self-destructive and edifying and hopeless and hopeful, which is why he's the most complete symbol of a generation.
Because it ain't gonna be a next Tupac, straight up.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We are living in a war zone. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. By the time you get out your house, you're strapped to protect yourself. The same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of. While they waiting for the legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. Just because we black, we get along with the killers or something? What is that? I'm gonna show the most graphic details of what I see in my community, and hopefully they'll stop it quick.
His lyrics are controversial, but also a reality of life as he has seen it.
My ear is to the streets. That represents 20 years on this planet Earth. And what I've seen, this is my report. It's like my battle cry to America. The number one enemy is the police, the crooked police officer. As my video was debuting on MTV, I was behind bars getting beat up by the police department. I'm not a threat, unless you're a threat to me. And if I didn't talk about the violence, everybody would act like the violence wasn't there.
He had to know from the door, when I do the war, I gotta show them how strong of a leader I am and how much of a rider. And once I get them, then we could have a sit down.
I mean, I've had chief of police, vice president, the leader of the Black National Women's Council. Everybody against me.
I put my gun away and grab my AK.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this to be published by a responsible corporation.
Never before
There's been such a will to use music to advertise self-destructive violence.
It glorifies violence. It's creating a culture of guns and rape.
Adding insult to injury, she says, is rapper Tupac Shakur being nominated for an NAACP Image Award.
I have not brought violence to you. I have not brought thug life to America. I didn't create thug life. I diagnosed it. I was real confident about what I could do.
I think Tupac was fighting against the system, and he spoke out against the system a lot, and he talked about the problems and the shortcomings of the system. And I think that was the reason why a lot of people didn't like him. It wasn't so much that he was a gangster rapper, it's just that he told the truth.
I got arrested like 12 times, some by mistake, some fake, and some unwarranted. But for whatever reason, I got to see police more than I wanted to.
He was that dude. When we did Above the Rim, he shot 2 cops in Atlanta.
And I know that this generation could have really have used a guy like him because he was our Malcolm. You know, they would have understood him.
My fans know that I'm real. My fans go to jail just like me. They understand me. Half my fans are white. The white fans, they listen just as much as the black fans. Some have jobs, some don't. Some are on welfare, you know what I'm saying? Some are not. Some are rich and some are poor, but they all share that hopeless feeling. I got the underdogs on my side. When I'm saying thug, I mean not criminal, someone to beat you over the head. I mean the underdog. The person that had nothing succeeds, he's a thug, because he overcame all obstacles. It doesn't have anything to do with the dictionary's version of thug. To me, thug is my pride. Not being someone that goes against the law, not being someone that takes, but being someone that has nothing. And that even though I have nothing and there's no home for me to go to, my head is up high. My chest is out, I walk tall, I talk loud, I'm being strong. Society is like, they'll let you go as far as you want. But as soon as you start asking too many questions and you're ready to change, boom, their blocker comes.
Tupac was, in a weird way, he was like a Roman general. He had like a great deal of self-respect and dignity. Right. And a lot of people, especially at the time, they couldn't understand that. I guess that's how he lived his life. He demanded respect.
If he didn't like you or if he had a problem with you, he let you know. So, you know, when you're like that, sometimes you can make enemies.
Right on. He's just ahead of his time, and that's why he's not with us no more. He's just ahead of his time.
And I ain't even started. I haven't even wrote my plan out yet, and they're trying to stop me. I'm not looking for approval from the black community. You know, we are a part of the black community. I'm a thug, and I rap about the oppressed fighting back. I want people to respect my opinion when I'm rapping. I'm gonna respect your opinion. But I want you to treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect, and we get along good. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm gonna rule the world or I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not gonna change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody gonna clean it up.